Hello again, everybody. Hopefully the purring is not too loud. I am joined by my cat Minnie here to help me explain things. She's decided that she's going to help me out with the videos today. So she's kind of perched on my lap. She freaks out a lot, so hopefully she doesn't freak out too much. Here we go. Today we're going to talk about fission and the Phet simulation for this. So I've already opened up this website down here and launched the simulation. So I'll reset the nucleus so that's going. And I'm going to kind of walk through the simulation. I'm not going to necessarily provide the answers, but I'm going to go through this and I'm going to provide everything that you need in order to answer the questions and talk about some of the answers to the questions while I do it. So here we go, coming back here. So you open up the simulation. There's some other options here, but since I'm posting this video, I'll probably also just make sure this is on the playlist for this. So you're going to start on the one nucleus screen. You'll see a gun. You're going to fire the gun. You're going to see all of this stuff to kind of talk about what is going on. So let's take a look at this simulation here. So one thing, this right here is essentially the format for writing the name of the atom. 235, uranium-235. You can also include the number 92 down in the bottom left. And that is the atomic number for uranium. It tells you how many protons it has. If you just write it on your sheet as 235 uranium, that's totally acceptable. You're writing the name of the symbol and the atomic mass of the symbol, which is really the most important part. To really kind of illustrate what's happening here, I'm going to go ahead and pause this down here. And I'm going to come up and hit the fire button here. And we're going to watch what happens step by step. So I'm going to hit play, and then we're going to watch it happen really quickly, and then I'll kind of come back and do a step by step. So pay attention to what goes on. It happens pretty quick. So we're going to reset the nucleus, we're going to pause it, and then we're going to go through this step by step again. So first off, the neutron is firing out of this gun, right? So this is a neutron. This is the uranium-235 nucleus right here. So let's see what happens when it hits. So when it hits, you'll notice that this number here changes. It becomes uranium-236. You'll also notice that the nucleus down here moved up in the graph. This line, this y-axis represents the energy for the nucleus. So think about what happened to the energy for the nucleus as the neutron hit it. So we're going to let it go. I'm going to kind of step through this for a second because I wanted to catch this in the screen. So, yes, Katie. You notice that as the nucleus breaks apart, it breaks apart into two unevenly sized nuclei. So there's this one nucleus and this one nucleus here. They're different in size. It's not splitting perfectly evenly. The other thing you'll notice is that there are 1, 2, 3 neutrons exploding away from this. So that's what I want you to be thinking about as you're going through and answering these questions. So thinking about that, describe what happens, describe everything that comes out, and a nuclear decay equation. So I'm going to kind of do this with you here. Here's what I'd recommend for this. You can make this box much bigger. You can slide this back over. So we get 1 neutron, and that's the symbol for 1 neutron, plus uranium-235 gives us, and it says it gives us krypton-92 and barium-141. So I'm going to do the krypton-92 first. So 92, and then I'm going to put, well, I'm going to look up at a periodic table here and find krypton. So krypton-92, right? So krypton-92, I notice, has an atomic number of 36. So that should have a 36 right there. And then I'm just going to come up to here, and I might have to adjust this really quickly so I can find the draw button. And I'm just going to draw in the symbol. That's the easiest way for me to do this. Krypton plus other things that happen. Barium 141. So I'm going to switch over to my periodic table again. Barium right here has an atomic number of 56. All right, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go, okay, 141. That was not what I meant to do. Space over, and then I get it was 56. And then I can come back and select my thing there, so that is B, A. Now, the other thing I might do is I might, you know, a really cool tool that you probably have, if you come down here, you can look for the snipping tool, which is really cool because I can then take that, it'll come up as a little thing like this, and I hit new, and then I can go, all right, I just want to copy this, and I'll hit Control C, and then I'll come right to here. I'm going to go select, and I'm going to go Control V, Control V, Control V, because 3 neutrons came out. Now, unfortunately, whoa, I did that. All right, so I think I selected the wrong text wrap. I'm going to kind of do it like this. That's how I want them to be, just so they stay in line. And then this one. So I've got my 3 neutrons that came out as well, and that's one way I can do it. So that might be something you think about doing there. And then I want you to think about the chart, the energy at the bottom of uranium-235. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video now, and I'm going to move on and do the second part in a second video, so they're shorter videos. So that's part 1 of the Phet simulation, and we'll go from there.